For us now, Eleanor.
Yes, Simon, I'm about 200 metres away from the palace. You can probably see the edges of Westminster over my shoulder, but we are being kept well back from the palace itself, and more police arriving as I speak. It's literally, there are just more police than I've ever seen down here before, such as the nature of what is going on. But let's speak now to somebody who saw what happened earlier. Steve Voke, thank you for being with us. Just take me through what you did see.
I was just walking across the bridge and suddenly a bus stopped and everybody started screaming. People came off the bus and they seemed very upset. And then I saw what appeared to be a trainer by the side of the road. And then on the other side of the road there was a body. And when I looked further up there was another body. And then when I looked over the side of the bridge there appeared to be a body in the water as well. And
what did you do then when you saw what was going on?
Well, first of all I checked to see whether people were looking after the people on the ground, and then I just tried to stop people coming onto the bridge because people were still coming on, and at that point we didn't know what was happening, so we were just trying to push them back and say.
Of course, Westminster Bridge is always so busy with tourists, with transport, traffic, that kind of thing. The police arrived very quickly, did they?
No, there seemed to be. Probably 5-10 minutes, and once they did, they obviously poured on. I think the first thing was a medic motorbike who started treating one of the casualties, and then after that it was about 5 or 10 minutes, and then when the police arrived, they arrived in force. Yeah.
And they started closing the area down.
Yeah, pulling tape across it, and at that point we were still trying to get people off the bridge and stop people coming on.
Okay, what time was this and how long had you been in Westminster? What were you doing here? I'm
just up to see my daughter. My daughter works in London, so I came up, and she's still at work, so I came up just to, we're going to a show tonight, so I was just walking around and having a look at Westminster and doing the kind of tourist things,
And you'll know that obviously there are always lots of police in Westminster. From what you've seen today, how different has it been?
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it's a sea of blue lights down there, and they were very, very quick to close the bridge off once they arrived, and just arrived in force really. And as you can see, there's helicopters overhead, and all kinds of things going on. But it was a very kind of confusing scene. Yeah, nobody really knew what was going on.
And then, of course, we're standing now behind a cordon that's perhaps 200-300 metres away from the palace. How did you manage to get here yourself? Because we found it incredibly difficult to just get out of our building and get down here.
Well, because I was where it happened, I'm sort of moving away from it rather than trying to move towards it. So I just came across the end of the bridge, came up that way, and sort of came across the next available bridge, which I guess is Lambeth, is it?
Yes, this is Lambeth Bridge with Daniel. Well, thank you very much for speaking to us. That's kind of you to stop and talk to us. Thank you very much. That's Steve Voke, who saw what happened earlier. Since I've been in this spot, which is about 300 metres away at Lambeth,